Hi, boys and girls. Happy Monday. For our reading lesson today, we're going to do three pages in our Nat Geo Workbook. We pretty much finished working on D last week, but we have some pages, 2 extra days of pages that are just practicing reading. Okay, so when you open up your workbook, if you've been tearing your pages out, the next page is this one right here. On the bottom it says practice. It's the practice book, Unit 5, page 26. So you see a whole bunch of numbers down here. Just look for the 26. And the page looks like this. Up here it says we're going to practice reading our sight words. Do you remember what they were last week? To and do. But we also have quite a few other sight words in there. So let's just go over it. We've got to and do. They're rhyming words. I like to go to the park. What do you like to do? That's a question word, isn't it? Remember this one? Y-O-U spells you and M-E spells me. Okay, here's here. This is a hard one. This is he. He is my brother. This is her. That is her doll. And then here, H-E-R-E. This, that's another one that seems to trick the kids up a little bit. This. And then we have like, and then we have go. Go's a pretty easy one. G-O spells go. And then we have the one we just learned not too long ago, last week, the week before that, what? Another question word. Okay, now, if you notice that what is the first word on the yellow, and then to, and then do, and then this coming week, or maybe into next week, because we're doing Hundreds Day, we've got me and we. So you can tell we're getting to some of the yellow words now. All right, so all you have to do on this page is read, and if you want to send me a video of you read, I love listening to you guys read, boys and girls. It makes my day. When I watch your videos at the end of the day, it makes me smile, makes me happy to know that you're learning how to read. So you can either use a pencil or a highlighter and just read one word at a time. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I thought it'd be fun to answer these questions. So the directions don't say. I will read the directions to you when I put the glasses on. Have children read with partners. Read the questions, discuss. You can answer the questions. So you can read this with a partner, which might be your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister or whoever's helping you for distance learning. Or you can write the answer, right? You can write the answer. So what I want to do, you're going to answer these questions with either a yes or no. So I made a little poster. Yes and no are both sight words also. We haven't gotten to them yet. But Y-E-S spells yes. It's also phonetic. So yes. And then N-O spells no. But then we wouldn't be writing them with capital. So the little girl, it's like they're doing a game show. And, you know, when she presses the buzzer, ding, ding, it's kind of the yes, like a check mark. Yes, we got that right. You know how sometimes we circle it if it's yes, and then we X it out when it's no? So he's going buzz, right? They must be playing a little game. She's yes, he's no, and then this is how we write it. Y-E-S and N-O. Let me put that. I'm going to save that poster. I think that's going to come in handy. Okay, the first question, I'm just going to underline with my pencil. Can you do this? And she is reading a book. Boys and girls, can you read a book? Yes, you can. Every one of you has to say yes, because even if you can't read hard books yet, you can read our Nat Geo books. Some of them are getting hard. And you can read picture books, and you can read all the little books, the Alpha Chant books and the letter books. So I want you to write yes. I want you to answer it. Y-E-S. Yes. Okay, now it says, do you do this? There's our sight word do. Do you, 2 times. Do you do this? What's he doing there? Oh, he's brushing his teeth, getting ready to go to bed. He's standing on a little stool. Do you do that, boys and girls? I hope you do. Yes, I do before I go to bed. Okay, now it says, what do you like to do here? And there's a swing and there's a slide. And then, you know, it's up to you guys if you want to answer that or not. I'm going to write just play. Mom and dad can help you, or you don't have to do that unless it's not yes and no. It says, do you like to go here? Now, if you look, it's a picture of a farm. Now, maybe some of you have been to a farm and you're going to write yes. Maybe some of you have never been to a farm and you can write no, or you can write yes if you'd like to, okay? Do you like to go here? Would you like to go here? I'm going to say yes. Because when I was a little girl, I went to my uncle's farm all the time and rode horses. That was in North Dakota. Even helped milk the cows when I was little. And we'd go there in the summer. So I wrote yes. But if you don't think you'd like to go to the farm, then you write no. If you don't think you can read a book, you write no. Okay, now on the back of it, we've been doing a lot with seasons the last few weeks, haven't we? This is a pretty easy page. It says draw something that happens in the fall, or something you like to do. Draw something that happens in the winter, and draw something for both. Let's figure out the both first. Okay, now fall comes after summer. It's when it starts cooling down, okay? And then winter it gets really cold, especially some parts of the country. But you know what? It's kind of in between. It's cold, okay? So it's cold in both. And in fall, you have to sometimes start wearing a sweatshirt or a jacket. In winter, you might have to wear a warmer jacket. You might have to wear a scarf or a hat. But for both of them, you know, they're pretty far away from summer, so it's not, you're not going to probably go swimming, okay, in your pool, unless your pool is heated, because it's the weather starting to get colder. So for both of them, I think I'm going to draw a picture of me with a jacket on, or possibly at least a sweatshirt, long sleeves, right? We start to dress warmer. I'm going to make a jacket. We start to dress warmer in the fall and the winter. Sometimes we have to wear long pants. Okay, so, and I'm going to write, you guys don't have to do this, but I'm going to write, I'm just going to say we dress warm for both. Okay, and then for the fall, draw one idea to talk about winter and one for fall. How are they? They're alike. We have to dress warm. And then winter, it snows. It's been snowing here up in the mountains, hasn't it? So something that you can do or something that happens. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to draw my winter tree. And it's bare. There's no leaves on it, except could be some snow. I can make some snowflakes up here. But I'm not going to I don't know how to draw snow on the tree. I guess if I color it, I know it's hard to tell that it's full of snow. I'd have to color this brown and then put some white on it. I will do that later. And then in the fall, okay, you might have some clouds. Well, the sun might be out too, right? But it's starting to cool down, and there might be lots of leaves on the tree, but they are turning colors, aren't they? So we're going to make a fall tree. And some of those leaves have fallen down on the ground. So when I color this picture, it's going to look a lot better. Right now, I'm just kind of sketching it out. So this is going to be my fall. It's starting to get cold. The leaves are starting to fall off the trees. In winter, it can snow up in the mountains, and the trees can be full of snow. I know, I've got a better idea. I might erase that and draw an evergreen tree, like a Christmas tree up in the mountains, full of snow. Okay, but for both of them, it's starting to cool down and you have to start dress a little warmer, right? Okay, one more page. And this one is, let me tear this out, page 28, blend words with D. So we have to read all these words. We have to read all these words, and then we're going to find the words that rhyme and draw a line to each other. Now remember, boys and girls, rhyming words are words that sound alike at the end. They don't start with the same letter, they end with the same letter or same sound. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I got my little 3-letter word board out with the magnets, and I don't have pictures for these, but we're just going to sound them out this way. We're going to start with dig, dig. Now, if we were trying to look for a word that rhymes with dig, maybe we could do dig and pig, or dig and big. I'm going to go back to dig. I'm going to keep that D here. Okay, now the second word that we're going to sound out is dot. Dot. I put a dot when I make a little I. Now, if we want to think of a word that rhymes with dot, we could change this to a P. Pot, or not, or got. Okay, whoops, let me leave that D here. Okay, now we could do this one. Dip. I like to eat dip with my chips. Dip. If I'm thinking of a rhyming word, all we have to do is change this sound. Okay, what if we put an S on it? It would be sip. Okay, or T, it would be tip. In rhyming words, you don't change the end, you just change the beginning sound. Okay, let's put that D back. We've got a couple more. Here's a good one. D-id, d-id, did. Did you wake up early today? Did. If we take the D away and put a B, it would be bid. If we put an S, it would be sid. Okay, and then the last one is d-ad. Dad. I like my dad. Okay, d-ad. What's a word that rhymes with dad? What if I put an H there? It'd be had. What if we put an M there? It'd be mad. Okay. All right. So I think we're ready to do this paper. We're going to just read these quickly now because we did all of them. D-ig, dig. D-ot, dot. D-ip, dip. D-id, did. And D-ad, dad. Now we need to find a word that rhymes with dig. So we need to read these. But I'm telling you right now that it's going to be a word that's going to have an I and a G in it because it has to be a word that sounds like dig at the end with a G. Okay, this is dig and sip. Do they sound alike? No. Dig and lot. No. How about dig, pig? Yeah, look, because look, they both have I's in the middle and they both end with G. So dig and pig. Okay, let's go to this one. Dot. Dot, dot, not a lot. That's what we say when we use Elmer's glue. Dot, dot, not a lot. Dot, dot, and sip? No, we need to find a word that ends with O-T, right? I'm going to go down here. Dot and h-id. Dot, hid? No. How about dot and had? No. Dot, lot. Yes, because look, they both end with O-T. Dot, dot, not a lot. Okay, now I need to find a word that rhymes with dip. Dip and add. No, because this ends with a P and that ends with a D. Dip and hid. No. How about dip, sip? Yeah. I like to sip and then dip. I like to sip on my soda and dip my chips. Okay, now we've got d-id. Did and had. Now they both end with a D, but this has an I in the middle and this has A, so they do not rhyme. How about did, hid? Yes. Did, hid. They both end with id. Okay, last one. Dad, had. Had. My dad had ice cream last night, right? And so, look at, we kind of made a star here. And then that is it, boys and girls. So we did 3 pages in our Nat Geo, okay?